Kwame Yasharala.
Kwame Yasharala.
Kwame Yasharala.
Kwame Yasharala.
We at the House of Israel, Las Vegas camp, and we come out here week in and week out every Sabbath to try to wake up the lost sheep of the House of Israel. But before we begin, we like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, who left us this mighty book of law, statutes, and commandments, man. Y'all got a minute for the word, sister? Y'all got a minute for the word? A store run is more important than the Lord? Hey, the church ain't where it's at. See that? See that, man? Our people is destroyed for a lack of knowledge, man. You can't have these, what was we talking about earlier? Idle words. Salaki, can't. You're going to be judged for every idle word, man.
That's right.
Every idle word, man. Asked the sister if she had a minute for the word, and she said she had to make a store run, man. That's what you call smitten with madness, man. That's what you call not knowing that you're an Israelite. That's what you call not knowing you under judgment, man. But let's begin with Baruch 4:1. I always begin with this, man, because I can't reiterate these two first points anymore, man. It's fundamental that we know that what this book is and about. Salat. Yeah, man, we in perilous times right now, but like I always say, man, if you waking up to this truth and you hearkening to the voice of the Lord and you keeping these commandments, man, as an Israelite, man, woman and child, it ain't a better time to be alive, man. Bring that out, King.
This is the book of Baruch, chapter 4 and verse 1.
Bring it out.
This is the book of the commandments of God and the law that endureth forever.
Right. So let's not get it twisted, right? Because an unlearned individual will come up to you and talk to you about accounts in the Bible, man. Read that from the top. It's telling you what this book is about, man. You be going off asking about sidebar issues that don't pertain to the core of what we need to know, man. Read that again.
This is the book of Baruch, chapter 4 and verse 1.
Bring it out.
This is the book of the commandments of God.
No, this is the book of Christianity.
This is the book of the commandments of God.
No, this is the book of Catholicism.
This is the book of the commandments of God.
Hey, yo, just like Edomites, man, always talking when you walking, man. You never stand up boldly, man. We out here bold like lions, man. But the wicked flee where none pursueth, man. Read that again from the top, man.
This is the book of the commandments of God and the law that endureth forever.
Right, this is the book of the commandments of God and the law that endureth forever, right? So this law is exclusive to the Israelites, man. We can't lose sight of that, man, because they try to make this an ambiguous book like it was written to everybody. No. God so loved the world. God so loved the world of Israel.
That's right.
Israel is that world without end that God loved, man. Keep reading on that. Finish that. What's going on, bro? What's going on, bro? You got a minute for the word? Appreciate you, King. Appreciate that, King, man. We ain't need it, but we appreciate it, man. Everybody need to do alms, man. I ain't gonna get in the way of you doing alms. All praises, King.
All that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die.
Right. All that keep the commandments of God shall come to life, all you Israelites. This is not pertaining to everybody else. We were the ones who was given the law of the Most High, and we kept this covenant with him. That's why we called the saints. All right? Give me the book of Deuteronomy, and let's go to chapter 1, verse 1. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 1, verse 1, right? Because we need to understand that this book was not written to everybody, man. This book, you got to understand the audience and the context every time you open the book, man. Bring that out, King.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 1 and verse 1.
Bring it out.
These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel.
Hold on. These be the what?
These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel on this side of the Jordan.
Right. So this book, understand, the Torah was orally spoken to our forefathers, the children of Israel, on this side of the Jordan by Moses, given to him from the Most High, man. We got a direct line to the Most High through Moses, and this is what the book said. Give me Deuteronomy 29 and 1 now. You gotta understand who the audience in the Bible is, man. It's not all nations, man. Moses was talking to a specific people who he separated out of Egypt, alone in the wilderness for over 40 years, man. Bring that out, King.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 29 and verse 1.
Bring it out.
These are the words of the covenant which the Lord Yahweh commanded Moses to make with the children of Israel in the land of Moab, beside the covenant which he made with them at Horeb.
Come, look, this is the book of the covenant that the Most High used Moses as a vessel to bring to us, so we make the covenant with him.
That's
Only
right.
us, the Israelites, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Seminole Indians, man. How you doing, bro? All right, what's your name, bro? Russ? Good to meet you, man. I'm Brother Malak. This Brother Kadash. Yeah, man. Yo, so what brings you out here, King? So you've been out how long now? 8 months?
All praise.
All praises to the Most High, man. Did you know you going in prison was prophesied to happen in the Bible? You ever read the verse? All praises, man. Well, I'm gonna show you that you and me and this brother going into captivity and then being under subjection to all these nations is prophesied in the Bible, man. Give me that Isaiah 42 and 22, man. Listen to this, man. Because I suffer them say these is curses that the Most High put on us for breaking his commandments, man. He put us in subjection to all of these nations. We broke his commandments. We broke the covenant. I mean, what else is there to do when you break the Creator's law? Huh? No, it's more than 10.
Redemption. We had the promise of the redemption that comes after it, but the redemption was the Messiah. And if we accept that modern, contemporary, quote unquote, dials, you get what I'm saying?
I'm listening.
If they claim to be that, but we have proof that they used to converted to that in the 17th century AD, then that means we was the ones who rejected the Messiah when he came.
Well, I would agree with that. I would agree with that, right? But all of Israel didn't reject him.
This is true, but you have to look at it like this too. All right, so when Adam died, right, he had to appoint Seth as the successor to all of his knowledge, the will. God had the first will, he passed the will to Adam, and the commandment, you got to pass on the will. Every prophet has a will. Jesus passed it to Peter. Yeshua, he passed it to Peter. Right? On this rock I will build my church. Your name is Peter, and on this rock I will build my church. And its dominion shall never perish from the face of the earth. And whatever you permit on earth shall be permitted in heaven. Whatever you forbid on earth shall be forbidden in heaven. That's a divine authority. He's not a prophet, but you pass a succession of authority in order to continue the line so that the word is always alive throughout the world and always manifested into one person at least who's in the proper bodies.
I understand what you're saying, right? But the moral of the story is that we broke the commandments, right?
But we
Way before, but listen.
That's the new curse.
Hold on. Everybody, the scribes and the Pharisees rejected the Messiah.
Overstood, but not all of the
Get that scripture where if we let him go, all the world gonna follow him. Let's get that.
The Pharisees, the Sanhedrin, and the
Right. They were under Roman rule,
Overstood.
and they knew if they allowed the Messiah to preach the gospel, they would follow him, and they would lose their stature.
Now you're right. I'm following you there, but I have to commentate.
But hold on. I think this is what a lot of our people do, right? We get caught up in those accounts, right? We done ventured off into the New Testament where we need to be grounded in the law. The whole Bible is about the law.
Okay, but true, but you have to understand this. God has something that is called the Bidah. I say Allah because if you translate
Allah,
I say this is why. I say that name. Hear me out. Just hear me before you.
That name was not in existence when Yahweh's name was being spoken.
This is true.
So why would you change his name? He says he changes not.
Okay, hear me out. If you understand that his names are his attributes. So if we follow Yeshua as the Messiah, right? And you understand that Yeshua spoke Aramaic, right? If you take God and translate it into Aramaic, I can do it right now on my phone for you. It will show you that his name is Allah. Or you can say Allah.
I got a better one for you. I got a video.
I'm confirming what you're saying.
Yeah, but I got a video that refutes what you're saying, right? Because I got an ancient scholar, I got an ancient Ishmaelite scholar, right? Who can read Sanhedrin and read ancient Arabic Sanskrit, right? And he pronounced the name of what they call the Most High before they called him Allah. Okay? They called him Yahweh.
But you know what Allah
Yahweh.
means? You know what Allah means?
It doesn't matter. His name is Yahweh.
But you have to understand that Arabic is the
It's like your name. It's like your mother named you X, Y, and Z, right? But your boys in the street call you Bud.
I think you missing the.
Yeah, that's not that. The Most High ain't dealing with that, man.
No, this is what you missing. All right, so when
Why would you call him Allah when that comes from a doctrine that wasn't even around? That doctrine came out after the Most High was gone.
It did, but you have to understand that the religions are not fragmented; they are successions of each
But
other.
we don't practice religion, King.
Okay, we practice
Give me
history.
that again.
Right?
Give me that again. And because you thinking about religion, King. This is not a book of religion, man.
It's a book of history. It's a book of our
No,
lineage. It's a book of our
give me
ancestry.
Baruch 4:1. I'm gonna tell you what it is. It's not that. It's that in a piece. But the Most High defines what this book is. It's the book of the covenant. No, listen. It's the book of the covenant between. It's the book of the covenant between Israel and the Most High, and it's the book of the law, statutes, and calm. But you keep speaking. And look, we both speak English, right? Why are you speaking Arabic? What was revealed? This was revealed. Wait, this book don't have a match. Whoo, what same one? But do you have any scriptures? Like I love it when brothers, and I'm not going to get against you because we supposed to. His name is Yahweh. It's not Yahweh. Listen, the white people that's over in Jerusalem right now, they call him Yahweh. That's modern Hebrew. We spoke Paleo Hebrew. We did not speak Yahweh, Yahushua, Yahuwah. No, it's Yahweh and Yahweh Shah. Okay, calm, calm. Look. Calm. But listen, this what the Bible, this how the Bible, see the Bible describes itself. Read this.
This is the book of Baruch, chapter 4 and verse 1. This is the book of the commandments of God and the law that endureth forever.
Hold on, this is the book of religion.
This is the book of the commandments of God and the law that endureth forever. All that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die.
Right. So when you come up here and you start speaking about Allah, yeah, we could go to Genesis. Where? Well, Allah's not in Genesis, man. His name is Yahweh. They weren't even speaking Arabic then, brother. Do you realize before Muhammad came, brother, and he stole everything he got from the Bible? Do you realize before Muhammad came, they had 364 gods, a god for every day? Well, whatever you want to say. 300, okay, well, 65th. 300, but... Right, but what I'm trying to explain to you, we already believed in one God, King. They didn't. So why you speaking Arabic? They are lesser. They are lesser. Okay, King, go ahead. I've been a part of the deen too, trying to find myself, but I know I'm an Israelite, not an Arab. I'm not a religious man. The Lord gave us law, statutes, and commandments as a heritage. We just read that, right? Okay, go ahead, King. I'm gonna let you talk.
Speaking of the true two houses of Yahudah or Judah, and you're speaking of the house of Jacob, okay? But you have to understand, Jacob's house passed when Moses, just hear me out, bro. All right, you know what I'm saying? Because God also warned that he could make a new chosen people. If the chosen people reject, he has the power to make a new chosen people. But he said how he would do it was he was going to bring us back in all different hues, from the darkest shades of olive to the lighter shades of olive. Okay. But hear me out, brother. Hear me out. So you have the house of Jacob. They broke the commandment.
Right.
All right. The house of Judah, they broke it. All right. They broke the covenant with God. So this, you speaking of the covenant and the promise of Abraham.
Know his name, King. Go ahead, man.
I'm just following you. You speaking of the covenant that was made to him, and you speaking of the covenant that was also bequeathed to his son Isaac, but you're not speaking at all about the covenant that was bequeathed to his favorite son, his first son, Ishmael.
His favorite son? He said, man, get that, man. Get that. Come on, you talking too much now. We got the book. You ain't got to show us, man. We know that Abraham kicked Ishmael and Hagar out, okay? We know that. He kicked them out. How come the Bible only calls Isaac his son? Isaac he had more sons than Ishmael and Isaac. No, he had more sons than Ishmael and Isaac, brother.
This is true.
What you talking about?
Listen though, the more does not
He doesn't speak about anyone, but he said Hagar and Isaac packing.
All right, listen, let me make this example.
Why?
Let me make this example.
He gave him a blessing, but he said them packing. But they are not the seed line. We are the seed. The Israelites are the seed line, brother.
That we are not the seed line, brother. I agree with you.
Huh? Bring it out, King. Listen, cause see you talking, but we got the records right here, King. What's the other book? What's the other book? No, I want to know what the other book is.
Let's read the account. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 16 and verse 1. We're going to read. Now Sarah, Abraham's wife, bare him no children. She had an handmaid, an Egyptian, whose name was Hagar. And Sarah said unto Abraham, Behold, now the Lord have restrained me from bearing. I pray thee, go in unto my maid. It may be that I may obtain children. It may be that I may obtain children by her. And Abraham hearkened to the voice of Sarah. And Sarah, Abraham's wife, took. Just listen, King.
You talking like we don't know this.
All right, verse 3.
You can't narrate for us.
And Sarah, Abraham's wife, took. And Sarah, Abraham's wife, took Hagar, the maid of the Egyptian, after Abraham had dwelt 10 years in the land of Canaan, and gave her to her husband, Abraham, to be his wife. And he went in unto Hagar, and she conceived. And when she saw that she had conceived, her mistress was despised in her eyes.
Right.
And Sarah said to Abraham, My wrong be upon thee. I have given my maid into thy bosom. And when she saw that she had conceived, I was despised in her eyes.
Right.
The Lord judged between me and thee. But Abraham said unto Sarah, Behold, thy maid is in thy hand. Do to her as it pleased thee. And when Sarah dealt harshly with her, she fled from her face.
Right. So she wasn't important. She was a maid. She was a handmaid. Do you believe we're going to have handmaids again? She was a handmaid. She was a servant. She was a slave. She was a lower class person. I'm talking. We don't come from. We ain't from Hagar. We from Sarah. Man, the Lord don't love the Egyptians. The Lord only loves Israel. No, we don't. No, we don't. No, we don't.
All right, Salakia, King. Salakia.
Hold on.
You got Ham, Shem, and Japheth, right?
True.
Noah, 3 sons.
True.
All right, the Egyptians are descendants of Ham. The Egyptians are descendants of Ham. The Israelites, hold on, Salakia, King. Salakia. The Israelites come from the descendant of Shem. We not descendants of Ham. Ham is the so-called African man. We not Africans. But you are what your father is. You're not mingling. Like if you plant an apple tree in any type of soil on the planet, it's gonna grow up and be an apple tree. But it's like you got it, King.
Yo. Bro, listen, bro. We got hey, bro. Linguistics, binguistics, all the fancy words you gonna read. Look, bro. I'm going in the look. This is the Zondervan Bible Dictionary, right? Ham, the youngest son of Noah, born probably about 96 years before the flood. One of the 8 persons to live through the flood. He became the progenitor of the dark races, not the Negroes, but the Egyptians, but the Ethiopian. This is before that. We talking Ishmael is the beginning of the Ishmaelites, and Isaac is the father of the Israelites, man.
That's not true.
What are you talking about?
You don't read.
What you talking about, Ken?
Use the Bible to.
You got some scripture? What you need, bro? He'll narrate for you. What you need, Ken? Yeah, I got my phone. Pull your phone out.
All right, so listen, I got ADHD. Bring my phone, please. Yes.
Hey, you know what? You are my brother, right? So I'm going to be patient and I'm going to deal with you delicately and tenderly like we used to do, man. Because we got to break the curses. But can you do me one favor? Stop talking to me in Arabic. Do you know they had us in captivity, brother? No, brother. Hey, brother. But that's nobody. That's nobody. That's a god of stone. That ain't nothing. Okay, King. What you mean? So you mean to tell me right now we can't hop on a plane and go over there to Mecca and go walk 7 times around a cobblestone? Okay. All right, thank you. What you mean? I see them kissing it. It's idolatry, brother. It's idolatry. I see people fighting to kiss a stone. Now you're going to tell me there's not 2,000,001 videos of them committing idolatry. Okay, but so why would you speak that language, King? It's not the language of the, hey, it's not the language of the Most High. Go ahead, King.
Why? And I'm trying to get to the why, and I'm trying to tell you why. So, I'm telling you, when the Jews rejected Moses' last dying command, every prophet has a will before they move on. Okay, I'm not denying the covenants. I'm not denying the genealogy. I'm not denying what you're saying. I believe in what you're saying. I'm commanded to read that book. I'm commanded to obey that book.
So you say, but you saying after we broke the covenant with Moses, we didn't get no salvation? Why was the Messiah sent then?
He was the salvation.
Okay, but
hold on. All right,
go ahead.
Hold on. He was the salvation, but we rejected him as a collective. We did. Okay, listen. Okay. The Jews killed him. If we are the true chosen ones, and we say all the time, trust me, I know about the Hebrew Israelite faith. I used to be a part of it. I was raised. I can call King Will Burns right now.
So you trying to tell, hold on, but see, that's the difference. We know the law. So you trying to, listen, I just want to say one thing about what you said. Listen. What you mean? What you mean? I got both of them. Get the other one in Hebrews. But what I want to say to you is this, right? We know the law. And you trying to say that the Jews actually killed the Lord. That's against our law. That's against our law. Is that against our law? So where does Pilate come in all of this? Right.
So when we was under Roman rule, this is what we fell into. We fell into democracy. We never had a choice from the beginning. It's not. This is the. You
getting away, yo. You going off into the weeds, King. We dealing with one thing right here.
We're talking about meat. I can't just talk to you in milk form. If we can talk meat, let's talk meat.
No, hold on, Salaki.
Let
me deal with the brother for a little bit. No, let me slow you down just a little bit, King. Just a little bit. Just go back to Genesis, right? Come on. Right. Ishmael blessings is not equivalent to the blessings of the children of Israel, Isaac and Jacob. It's not equivalent. So let's just slow down and listen real. Hold on. I'm about to read it to you. But let's just slow down real quick about Isaac and Ishmael, right? I want you to get an understanding of what the word is saying, right? Because we're going to jump to the New Testament so we can get some clarity. Continue to read where we left off with Hagar and Sarah.
Right. Verse, this is the book of Genesis, chapter 16, verse 7. And the angel of the Lord found her by a fountain of water in the wilderness, by the fountain in the way to Shur.
Right, because Sarah was dealing harshly with her. Right, read.
And he said, Hagar, Sarah's maid, whence comest thou, and whither wilt thou go? And she said, I flee from the face of my mistress Sarah. And the angel of the Lord said unto her, return to thy mistress and submit thyself under her hand.
Right, because it's a commandment for our servants to obey their masters.
That's right.
Right? No, at all times. When we in rulership, so in this time, Abraham and Sarah was in rulership in the land, meaning they possessed the holy powers of the Heavenly Father, right? And they had servants and they had handmaids. Hagar was one of the servants and handmaids. meaning she was under the authority of the Israelites. Read.
And the angel, verse 10, and the angels of the Lord said unto her, I will multiply thy seed exceedingly, that it shall not be numbered for multitude.
Right, so he's telling her that he's going to multiply her seed exceedingly, right? That's why you see Ishmael right now, the Arabs, because that's who Ishmael is. They're a great nation, right? Read.
Verse 12, and Salakia, verse 11, and the angel of the Lord said unto her, Behold, thou art with child, and shalt bear a son, and shalt call his name Ishmael, because the Lord have heard thy affliction.
So she called it, the Lord called her son named Ishmael because he heard her affliction. Now Ishmael, Ishmael, them the Arabs, them not the Negroes. Hold on. Read. Just listen.
Verse 12, and he will be a wild man.
He will be a wild man. That's why he could strap a bomb to his chest and run in the building and blow everybody up.
Allahu
Right?
Akbar.
That's why they can yoke a vehicle and ride on two wheels through the desert, right? Yeah, right. That's why if you steal something, hold on. That's what it means. If you steal something, listen. Okay, you can say that. But if you steal something, right? If you steal something, Ishmael gonna cut your damn arm off because he's a wild man. The commandments don't say that you cut somebody's arm off if they steal. No, they pay restitution. They pay double. They work it off. Read.
And he will be a wild man. His hand will be against every man.
His hand will be against every man, including you. Read.
And every man's hand against him.
Read.
And he shall dwell in the presence of all his brethren. And she called the name of the Lord that spake unto her, Thou God seest me. For she said, Have I also here looked after him that seeth me?
Read.
Wherefore the well was called Bir Lahai Roi. Behold, it is between Kadesh and Bered.
Read. Where we at? Yeah, bring that out. The birth of Ishmael.
Where is that? It's Genesis 16. Yes. Robert Bailey. Where is that? It don't matter. Let's go into this account. It don't matter. It don't matter if he revealed it.
It's in between Kadesh and Bered. He wasn't even in Kadesh. It was. What you mean? What you mean? It wasn't. Look.
What he's saying, it don't matter because with the context that. Hey, look, we trying to reveal something to you, and this is microscopic. The location is but it's microscopic. It's microscopic to the topic. That's what he's trying to say.
I never said the Most High don't matter.
It does matter. The location, it matters. It matters, right? It matters. Right. But this matters also. Read, King.
Verse 15, and Hagar bare Abram a son, and Abram called his son, which Hagar bare, Ishmael.
And he called him Ishmael, right? Ishmael. Read.
And Abraham was 86 years old.
Read.
When Hagar bare Ishmael to Abram, and when Abram was 90 years old and 9, the Lord appeared to Abram and said unto him, I am the Almighty God. Walk before me, and be thou perfect. And I will make my covenant between me and thee, and will multiply thee exceedingly.
Right.
And Abraham fell on his knees, and God talked with him, saying, As for me, behold, my covenant is with thee, and thou shalt be a father of many nations.
Right, read.
Neither shall thy name any more be Abram, but thy name shall be Abraham. For a son of many nations have I made, for a father of many nations have I made thee. And I will make thee exceedingly fruitful, and I will make nations of thee, and kings shall come out of thee.
Right, so he said he shall make many nations out of the seed of Abraham. Right, so the 12 tribes of the children of Israel is that nation of many nations. that had many kings, right? Judah, the southern kingdom, the northern kingdom, the remaining tribes of the northern kingdom is the other kings as well. You had southern kingdom and northern kingdom. They both had kings, right? You remember the kingdom split, right? When the kingdom was split. Read.
Verse 7. And I will establish my covenant between me and thee and thy seed after thee in their generations for an everlasting covenant to be a God. Hold on, listen, bro. Just listen. To be a God unto thee and to thy seed after thee. And I will give unto thee and to thy seed after thee the land wherein thou art a stranger, all the land of Canaan, for an everlasting possession, and I will be their God.
Read.
And God said unto Abraham, Thou shalt keep my covenant, therefore, thou and thy seed after thee in their generations.
Read.
This is my covenant which ye shall keep between me and you and thy seed after thee. Every man child among you shall be circumcised, and ye shall circumcise the flesh of your foreskin, and it shall be a token of the covenant betwixt me and you. And he that is 8 days old shall be circumcised among you, every man child in your generations, he that is born in the house or bought with money of any stranger which is not thy seed, he that is born in thy house, he that is bought with thy money must needs be circumcised, and my Salakia, right now. And my covenant shall be in your flesh for an everlasting covenant. And the uncircumcised man, child, whose flesh of his foreskin, right here, am I right? 7:12?
Yeah.
Right, all right. Of his foreskin is not circumcised, that soul shall be cut off from his people. He hath broken my covenant.
Right. Keep reading. We got a few more verses.
Verse 15. And God said unto Abraham, As for Sarah thy wife,
as for Sarah thy wife, read.
Thou shalt not call her name Sarai, but Sarah. Sarah shall her name be. Verse 16. Verse 16. And I will bless her and give thee a son also of her.
And I will bless her and give thee a son also of her. Read.
Yeah.
Right.
Listen. You're talking too much. Listen. All right, King. All right. I will bless her, and she shall be a mother of nations. Kings of people shall be of her. Then Abraham fell upon his face and laughed and said in his heart, Shall a child be born unto him that is 100-year-old? And shall Sarah, that is 99 years old, bear?
So they laughing because they seem like they too old to have children. Read.
And Abraham said unto God, Oh, that Ishmael might live before thee. And God said, Sarah thy wife shall bear thee a son indeed, and thou shalt call his name Isaac.
Call his name what?
His name Isaac.
Read.
And I will establish my covenant with him.
That same covenant that he made with Abraham, saying he's going to be a father of many nations, he established the covenant with Isaac.
Right.
Not Ishmael. Read.
And I will
Hold on. Read.
And I will establish my covenant with him for an everlasting covenant, and with his seed after him.
So the covenant that we got with the Most High is an everlasting covenant through the blood of Abraham, through the blood of Isaac, through the blood of Jacob. It's an everlasting covenant. He will never cast off his people. And just to prove that, go to Romans 9, right? We just gonna get some context real quick. Romans 9 and 4, and then we're gonna read down because because we're gonna verify, confirm everything that was just said.
You don't have anything to prove to me in this because I believe that is what I'm saying.
So who is the promise? Who is the covenant with? Hold on, no. It's hey. Who is the covenant with?
The covenant was originally and first with Isaac. Okay, it was Isaac first. Isaac broke the covenant, right?
No, we didn't just read that. We didn't just read
I
that.
understand you didn't read
We
the-
didn't just.
read the
Isaac ain't
book.
never break no covenant.
The seed of Isaac.
Oh, okay. The seed of Isaac broke the covenant. Okay, the Hebrew Israelites,
When I
right?
say Isaac, I'm referring to the nation.
Okay.
The nation.
So was it with Ishmael? Was the covenant with Ishmael?
Okay, yes, the covenant with Ishmael was broken too. Now hear me out. The Abrahamic faiths. You looking at it, you chop. It's like this, right? It's like that. Look at black folks. They sometimes teach us one segment of our history, right? So they teach you one segment of the Abrahamic story. It's a whole collective. All right, so I'm gonna listen to you. I'm just telling you. It's a whole collective. These religions are not against each other or opposed to each other. That's what they believe.
No, that's not true. But scratch that. Hold that. Give me Psalms 83. I'm gonna show you who an enemy of the Most High is.
Then give me Obadiah, and I'll show you who the enemy of the Most High is.
Yeah, Edom. Esau, Edom.
Okay, so
Yeah, who is Esau, Edom?
They come from the seed of Japheth.
No, Esau, Edom don't come from the seed of Japheth. Esau, Edom, they come. No. Esau come from Shem, the same as we do. You can't show me that. Let me get Psalms 83, King, real quick. I'm gonna show this brother,
I'm
man.
show you the Esau. I'm talking about the Edomites.
Yeah, the Edomites. They not Japheth, brother. They Shem. They descendants of Shem. Isaac is the father, man. We all descendants of Shem.
I'm about to look up who the Elamites.
The Elamites, that's East Indians. Them the East Indians, man. Bring that out. And those the enemies of the Most High too. Those the enemies of the children of Israel as well. Yeah, I'm gonna show you. That's what the scriptures say. Psalm 83. No. You don't read enough, brother. What's the day? What's the day? Hold on. What? Bring that out, King.
This is the book. This the book of Psalms.
Listen, I'm about to show you the enemies of God and the children of Israel. Read.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 83, verse 2.
Bring it out.
For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate.
Start at verse 1, King.
All right. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 83, verse 1. Keep not thou silence, O Yahweh. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O God. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
Those that hate God have lifted up their head, meaning they became very prideful. The nations that he created. Read.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
These people have taken crafty counsel against the so-called blacks, Latinos, Native, and Seminole Indians. All these other nations have taken crafty counsel, including Ishmael, and we're going to read it. Read.
And have consulted against thy hidden ones.
Read.
They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation.
These people gathered together in secret meetings and said, let's cut these niggas off from being Israel. Right? Let's start calling them African American. Let's start calling them black. Let's start calling them Negroes so they don't know who the hell they is. Read. I know. Read.
That the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance, for they have consulted together with one consent.
Our people don't even know they Israel no more. We don't know who we are. Read. Salakia, we think we Kemet, we think we Egyptians, we think we Africans, we think we everything except Israel. Read.
Teacher. Yeah, I'm on for it. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel be no more in remembrance. But they have consulted against, they have consulted together with one consent, that they are confederate against thee.
Now he about to list off the nations that's confederate against you and me. Read.
The tabernacles of Edom.
The tabernacles of Edom, the so-called white man.
And the Ishmaelites.
And the who?
And the Ishmaelites.
That's Ishmael. Ishmael have consulted together. Have you ever heard of the sub-Saharan slave trade? That's when Ishmael had Israel in captivity, man.
That's right.
We not them. They not us. They not chosen. We are. Read.
Of Moab.
So you believe, Salaki, so you believe in replacement theology. That's the doctrine you're spitting right now. You're saying that Israel has been replaced and there's a new chosen people. Yeah, that's understood.
They broke the covenant, so God gave the covenant back to Ishmael.
No, he never did. He never did. So
how
how many gates are there to the kingdom of heaven?
Right. How many gates are there?
Yeah.
The Quran reveals that there is 8 gates to the kingdom of heaven. And then in the book of Revelations, it reveals that the new city of Jerusalem has 12 gates, each one for the tribes of Israel.
All right.
For that house.
You just fell on your own sword. You fell on your own sword right there. Because you just admitted, you acknowledged that there's 12 gates to the kingdom of heaven in the Holy Scriptures, because the Quran is not a holy script, is not the Holy Scriptures. The Quran is toilet paper, man. Muhammad was a pedophile, King. Yeah.
Muhammad was a pedophile,
man. Allah can't save you, man. Allah can't save you. That's why you smitten with madness and blindness, man. You can't even understand the Scriptures, King.
Why would the God of the Ishmaelites help an Israelite? Be for real, they put you in captivity.
That brother has spirits on him, King.
That brother had a lot of
spirits.
I was ready.
Yeah, you was ready to flame him. You was ready to flame him, man. Crank it up.
Because why waste time, man? Our people is hard-headed and stiff-necked, man. All the history is right there for them. And we was patient with our brother, right? We was patient with him, right? Give me the book of Deuteronomy, right? Because what I'm about, Deuteronomy 30, what I'm about to read, this don't pertain to Ishmael.
That's right.
What I'm about to read in the scriptures is what salvation is going to look like to you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Seminole Indians who make up the 12 tribes of Israel, King. He's about to get flamed, man. But how? Before you bring that out, King, he said the Quran said it's 8 gates to heaven, to the kingdom. But then he gonna go ahead and say the original book says 12. He fell on his own sword, man. It behooves me, right? You know how when somebody come and they speak broken English and you don't understand what they saying, right? Imagine him over here trying to speak Arabic in broken Arabic. They'll be looking at him like, who's this idiot, man? Take him to the dungeon, man. Right. Give him 50 lashes on his back, man, and take him to the market in Mecca, man. This guy's crazy, man. Our people is smitten with madness and delusion, man. We gonna read Deuteronomy 30 from the top, man.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 30 and verse 1.
Bring it out.
And it shall come to pass, when all these things are come upon thee, the blessing and the curse,
right,
which I have set before thee, and thou shalt call them to mind among all the nations, whether the Lord thy God hath driven thee.
Okay, Khan, so we just witnessed the blessings and the curse. The brother just brought out about Abraham, right? One of our forefathers, right? This is when we had the kingdom. This is when we had servants and handmaids. This is when we had Ishmael, the Ishmaelites, the mother and the progenitor of the Ishmaelites in servitude, man. That's what it looked like. The servant, the handmaid, she had to do as her master pleased, right? So much so that an angel had to come to her, right? That's the blessing. But we also experience the curses, man. Like these horrible captivities that we in, man. Like we being persecuted by our enemies constantly, man. So we know what the curses are. Us hating one another. Us looking for vain help from a nation that oppressed us. These are the curses in the Bible, man. Single parenthood, man. In and out of jail, 3-time losers, man. This system was designed to do that to you, us, King, as a judgment from the Most High, man. Read.
Deuteronomy 30:2. And shalt return unto the Lord thy God, and shalt obey his voice, according to all that I command thee this day, thou and thy children, with all thine heart and with all thine soul.
Right, so right now, with us dealing with the blessings and the curses, dominantly the curses right now, we are rethinking ourselves in the land of our captivity, man.
That's right.
And when we do that, us and our children, and that begins with teaching our children the law, statutes, and commandments, man. Not just to wear fringes, but to keep the Sabbath day holy, man. To celebrate on month to month on the Lord's new moons. To keep the high holy days, the Feast of Trumpets, the Day of Atonement, the Feast of Tabernacles. We're supposed to keep these high holy days, man, and forsake these pagan holidays like Christmas and Easter.
That's right.
And Valentine's Day, man. These are not of the Lord, man. Every time you do that, you refresh your covenant with the devil, man. Keep reading that, King.
Verse 3. That then the Lord thy God will turn thy captivity and have compassion upon thee, and will return and gather thee from all the nations, whether the Lord thy God have scattered thee.
Right, now see that right there? He said, after we hearken and obey his voice, then he will, read that part again, return our captivity from everywhere we are.
Slacky, verse 3. That then the Lord thy God will turn thy captivity and have compassion upon thee, and will return and gather thee from all the nations, whether the Lord thy God have scattered thee.
Right, so this is a future prophecy, man. We are reading about a future prophecy, man. But I don't recall the Ishmaelites being in captivity right now.
That's right.
The Ishmaelites is participating in destroying the world. The Ishmaelites are not in subjection to a nation. The Ishmaelites are a kingdom of brothers who have sovereign nations, man, with nuclear weapons, man. This is not talking about the Ishmaelites, man. This is talking about the children of Israel who are still in subjection to this very day in all four corners of the earth and right here in the wilderness of North America, man.
Teach, Jock. Teach.
Read, King. Keep going, King.
Verse 4. If any of thine be driven out unto the outmost parts of heaven, from thence will the Lord thy God gather thee.
Right. Well, if we are, so basically he's saying, if you're an Israelite in Hawaii, if you're an Israelite in Puerto Rico, if you're an Israelite in Haiti, in Santo Domingo, the Lord is going to reach out his mighty hand and come and save our people, man.
That's right.
He's going to stretch out his mighty hand and we're going to see his mercy, man. All of us that's living in the mountains in the Philippines, man. All of us that's in subjection right now, who are slaves in Gaza that came directly out of Israel, man. We everywhere, man. Esau is finished, man. Esau is finished, man. Hey, all pray, hey, Bahashim HaMashiach, Yahweh, that we know that Esau is reputed as nothing, man. Because at one time, man, Esau would have came up here, we'd have been standing here, and this brother would have been talking or bringing out the truth, and I would have turned to Esau and was like, well, what you think? You know? Man, the Wadi Yahweh shout for that thing, man, for leaving this mighty book of law, statutes, and commandments, man. Keep reading, King.
Verse 5. Salaki, the end of verse 4. From thence will the Lord thy God gather thee, and from thence will he fetch thee. Verse 5. And the Lord thy God will bring thee into the land which thy fathers possessed.
Right. We know and understand. See, the brother couldn't answer that. He was talking about the Egyptians and the Ethiopians, right? But we just took the land from them. The land of Canaan belonged to the Hamites. He was very confused. He was all over the place, man. Hey, man, he had a hodgepodge of religion spewing out his mouth, all right? He was speaking, he was trying to speak on behalf of Ishmael, right? Claiming to be an Israelite with the ankh on his arm, but saying that Ethiopia was the right way. When we know and understand, the Lord, when we started keeping the commandments and he brought us out of Egypt, man, he told us to go and smite the Ethiopians, smite all the Cushites, smite everybody, and we took over the land of Canaan, man. We ain't even get to that, man. We ain't even get to all of that, man, because sometimes I don't have patience with brothers like that, man, sometimes, man. I ask you to stop speaking Arabic. I don't speak Arabic, man. Right. Neither does he. You know what I'm saying? He didn't even speak Arabic. That's why it was frustrating me up here. He was like a little gnat. Every time he said alhamdulillah, I was like, this is a fly going over my head, man. Keep reading on that, kid.
Verse 5. And the Lord thy God will bring thee into the land which thy fathers possessed.
Right, the Lord's going to bring us back to the land of Canaan, which was changed to the land of Israel, which was promised to our forefathers, man. He's going to bring us back into the land, man. Keep reading on that, King.
And thou shalt possess it, and he will do thee good and multiply thee above thy fathers.
Right, just like he told Abraham. He said, we will go and possess the land and have it for everlasting possession. Not Ishmael, not Amalek, not Elam, none of those nations over there fighting over the land of the children of Israel got any right to it, man. Not one bit of the right. So the Lord said, once we repent and start keeping the commandments and keeping his high holy days and Sabbath days, his holy convocations, he was going to gather us all together and bring us back into the land so we can possess the land that our forefathers owned. Keep reading on that, King.
Verse 6. And the Lord thy God will circumcise thine heart and the heart of thy seed.
Right, no additives. He gonna get rid of all of the additives, all of that God loves everybody, and oh, well, we could go ahead and make a store run on the Shabbat. That's out of here, man. Read.
To love the Lord thy God with all thine heart and with all thy soul, that thou mayest live.
Right, because to love the Lord, go get that in 1 John for me. To love the Lord means to keep the Lord's commandments, man.
That's right.
Love, you can't find how to love the Lord in a romance novel, man. That's not how you love. That's not how you love the Lord. You can't just say, oh, I love God. No. You have to keep his commandments to show that you love God. You can't just say, I believe in Jesus Christ and I'm saved, but I got a big ham pork sandwich in my hand.
That's right.
It don't work like that, man. That's the God of Europeans. That's not the Most High God. You saying you love the Lord, going to Drea's nightclub tonight, breaking the Sabbath, spending money and cooking and wearing too hot to trot clothes on the Sabbath, man. Any day, man. Bring that out, King.
This is the book of 1 John chapter 5 and verse 2.
Bring it out.
By this we know that we love the children of the Most High.
Right. We know that we love, read.
When we love the Most High and keep His commandments.
Right. Well, that's how we love the Most High. We got to love one another and we got to keep the Most High's commandments, man. Because one of His commandments is loving thy brother like thyself, man. Okay, King, jump back to where we was at. One more verse. Go ahead, read that next
Verse 3. For this is the love of God, that we keep His commandments, and His commandments are not grievous.
No, we just keep the faith.
And we keep His commandments, and His commandments are not grievous.
No, we just keep going to church on Sunday.
That we keep His commandments, and His commandments are not grievous.
Okay, King, that's right. It all boils down to keeping His commandments, man. All that other nonsense. See, that's one thing that kills me about our brothers and sisters, right? They'll come up here and talk to us, right? They want to get all deep in the weeds about all these accounts, man. For what? This story about Abraham and Isaac and Ishmael ain't going to get you into the kingdom of heaven.
That's right.
That's why I said that had no importance. He kept ducking and dodging from the point, man. What he was bringing out was not a priority. He was moving the goalposts. He was about to try to he was trying to throw an audible. He was about to run an audible and try to talk about Kadesh.
Right. Locations.
Right, he's about to get into locations when we talking about birthright and the covenant, man. But get back to Deuteronomy, what was we at, 6? Deuteronomy 6. 30 and 7.
What they call that, deflecting.
Right, he was deflecting. The brother was deflecting.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 30 and verse 7.
Bring it out.
And the Lord thy God will put all these curses upon thine enemies.
Right.
And on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee.
Right. So look, this is important for you to know. Us going into captivity is a curse that's going to go on our enemies. We're about to start seeing, start seeing these families, these broken homes. We're about to see the other nations with broken homes. They single women out here twerking the same way you see our women and you say, yup, that's going to be y'all. Read that again. The Lord said He going to put the curses on our enemies and all that hate us. And we know all these nations hate us, man. You should have never brought us here, man. Read.
And the Lord thy God will put all these curses upon thine enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee.
Right. They still persecute us, man. They still persecuting us, man. Y'all still creating laws with mischief right now, man. The Lord's going to deal with y'all, man. Give me Revelations 2 and 10, man. The Lord's going to deal with y'all people, man. Because y'all sit there and say, oh, black people make up 13% of the population but commit 50% of the crime. That's a lie. We know that's a lie. That's a blatant lie, man. Bring that out, King.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 2 and verse 10. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer.
Right, fear none of the things that we go through, being pulled over by cops, being slapped in the face innocently, women being pulled out cars and being maced. Fear none of those things, man. Read.
Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison that ye may be tried.
Whoa. It didn't just say anybody. It said the devil shall cast some of you into prison. Well, who is the devil? Who is casting us into prison? Who Who is the devil that's casting the so-called black, Hispanic, and Native Seminole Indian man into prison as we speak? Hey, brother, you got to repent and keep the commandments, man. We love you, though, man. Hey, regardless of the banter and the dialogue, we love you, King. Hey, but you got to keep the Sabbath day, man. You can't be out here buying and selling. You keep pointing at the Most High, man. Well, you breaking his commandments, man. It don't work like that, King. We love you, though, man. Repent and keep the commandments, brother. Read that again for me, King.
Revelation 2 and 10. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried. And ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life.
Right, it says the devil shall cast some of you into prison. Right? Who cast the so-called Israelites, the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Seminole Indians in the prison with these fake laws? Who? Who? It said the devil. So whoever is putting the Israelites in the penitentiaries must be the devil. Let's put a face on that thing, man. Let's make the Bible be true. Give me Psalms 94 and 20, man. And then after that, give me the book of Azariah, man. Chapter 1 and 8 and 9. Give me the book of Psalms, because it's a judgment to pay. The curses that the Israelites is under is going on all the nations that put us in captivity and hate thee, man. You think that you confederate against us, you confederate against God.
That's right.
94 and 20, Salaki.
This is the book of Psalm, chapter 94 and verse 20. Shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee?
Right, shall the throne of sin or the throne of the wicked have fellowship with the Most High? Read.
Which frameth mischief by a law.
Right, which frameth mischief by a law. You make laws to put us in prison, and it's mischief, and the Most High is going to make you pay. Your women, your children, everybody is going to pay. The Most High is going to be an equal opportunity employer on this ass whooping, man.
That's right.
You better understand that this government creates mischief against the children of Israel with thy laws. 3-time losers. All the Israelites. Who said that, man? Whoever said that, come be bold as a lion, man. Stand up here and debate thy cause, man, like a man. Like I said, I'm just reading the scriptures, man. The Bible said in Revelations 2 and 10, fear none of those things that you'll go through, because the devil shall put you in prison. We witness that every day, man. You see innocent black, Hispanic, and Native Seminole Indians, whether they getting deported or they getting put in jail, with a mischievous law created by this government, man. It's all prophesied to happen in the Bible. I had a debate this week online with a Christian who was taking the same kind of approach as him, saying that we lost the covenant, the Most High forsaked us, and now it went to Ishmael. Well, he said now the covenant is open to all nations, man. It's not in the scriptures, man. Don't worry about that. Drop that, King. Go to Acts, man. Go to the book of Acts, man. And we're going to start at Acts 13 and 1. Because I'm going to prove to you right now that y'all not Christians. None of these pagan, heathen nations are Christians, man. Christian is synonymous with nigger in the Bible, man. And we're going to read the word nigger in the Bible. Read, King.
This is the book of Acts, chapter 13 and verse 1.
Bring it out.
Now there were in the church that was at Antioch certain prophets and teachers, as Barnabas and Simeon, that was called nigger.
What was they called?
That was called nigger.
Right. Now look, we was called nigger. It was a derogatory term then, and it's a derogatory term now. But realize where this was. This was in Antioch, a Roman province ran by Herod. And Antiochus, man, it's a Roman province because they had that part of Syria in subjection, man.
That's right.
And when we started waking up like we doing now, Barnabas and Simeon and Saul, who today his name is Paul, who you worship and walk by, they was called nigger in Antioch when they taught for a whole year. Now go ahead and jump to chapter 11, man, and start at verse 25.
This is the book of Acts, chapter 11, and verse 25. Then departed Barnabas to Tarsus for to seek Paul.
Right, to seek Paul.
And when he had found him, he brought him to Antioch.
Right, brought him to Antioch, to this Roman province. I'm showing you that when they called us nigger, this is the same time period in Antioch. Read.
And it came to pass that a whole year they assembled themselves with the church.
Right, just like in the other verse in 13 and 1, this is the same time period, man. Read.
And taught much people. And the disciples were called Christians first.
What were they called, Salakia? What would say that one again?
And the disciples were called Christians first in Antioch.
Right, so this is that same time period. When they were calling us nigger in Antioch, they was also calling us Christian. If you look, you got the Blue Letter Bible on your phone? Hold on, Salakia, hold on. Let me get the Blue Letter Bible, man. Because if you look at the definition of the word Christian, it says it's synonymous with nigger. If you look up the word nigger in the Bible, it's synonymous with Christian. How can you be a Christian if you're not a nigger? This book is only to the Israelites, man, the 12 tribes of Jacob, man, whose name was changed to Israel, man. And nobody else, man. That's why you brothers who is in earshot and listening, man, you gotta find a brother who is walking in the light of the law, man, to teach you these scriptures, man, because you'll never know. You'll think that everybody is a Christian. No. When the term was first coined, they was calling us Christian and nigger in Antioch. And the writer in the Bible, the Apostle Paul, who they love to go to, he was called Christian and nigger as well with Simeon and Barnabas, man. So if they was calling him nigger in Antioch and he was a Roman citizen, right? If he was a Roman citizen, they was calling him nigger, right? How all these white people, how all these Asian people, how all these Arab people calling themselves Christians, man, when the Christians was the niggas in the Bible, man? I don't get it. I don't understand. We've been lied to, man. We gotta bring our butts out of that church, man. That church got a white man doctrine in it, man. The Bible literally calls us niggers in Antioch and Christians in Antioch, man. But we don't know this because we under the curses for breaking the Most High's commandments, man. Man, you go to get some of them curses out of there, man. The man that's supposed to be tender and delicate, man, with me, my brother, who I used to worry about. I see him walk by. I see him like, man, how your family, how your kids do, how your wife doing, how your mom doing. Now I got an evil eye towards my brother. That's a curse. The man with a bunch of baby mamas, man, is trying to start over, who left his wife, who used to probably deal with domestic violence, man. That's a curse in the Bible for the so-called blacks and Hispanics, man. Because we out here, like tonight, we breaking the Sabbath. The Lord put us in slavery for breaking the Sabbath, man. We don't even know this, man. The Lord put the Israelites in captivity for breaking his high holy days, man. For not keeping the commandments, man. You got one, King? What you got? All right, bring 54 out, King.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 54. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eyes shall be evil towards his brother.
Right, gang banging, black on black crime. A brother that I grew up with, and his mom know my mom. My dad used to run with his dad. And say that my eye is going to be evil towards him. Keep reading on that, King. This a curse.
And toward the wife of his bosom.
Right, my baby moms, because now we all got baby moms. I'm going to be me. I'm going to have an evil eye towards my baby moms now, right? This a curse. Read, King.
And toward the remnant of his children, which he shall leave.
Right. How many of us suffer from single-parent households, man? Who grew up in a house with just their mother because their father went to go get milk and never came back? That's in the Bible. That's a curse we under for breaking the Most High's commandments. We don't even understand that we are actually in hell right now. This is hell. Being in subjection to our oppressors is hell. Hey, brother, don't let that distract you. Hey, don't ever get distracted by that, King. Keep your eye on the prize. And he already lost. He a two-time loser in his own kingdom. What?
3 times.
You're a 3-time loser by Hashem Mashiach Yahweh. And that's how it's supposed to be. Because Deuteronomy 30:7 said the curses that we is under is going on our enemies and all that hate us. And I know you was a big-time hater. The curses is going on our enemies. All we got to do is repent and contour to the Lord and start keeping the commandments. And we're going to be a rulership, man. We're going to be a rulership, man. Give me Deuteronomy 28, verse 1 and start at the top. If we start keeping the Lord's commandments, man, this is what the Lord going to do. We already know he put us in slavery, man. We already know we be worried when we leave out the house. We fear for our lives. That's a curse in the book. You got that, King? Bring that out.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
Right, if we should hearken and obey diligently the voice of the Lord our God. Read.
To observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
No, we're going to be begging for equality with these other nations.
The Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
No, we're going to have to plead for civil rights.
The Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
Right. All we have to do is practice obedience to the God of Israel, and he gonna set us on high above all nations that are upon the face of the earth, man.
Read. Verse 2. And all these blessings shall come on thee and overtake thee, if thou shalt hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
Right, we need to show obedience like Abraham, our forefather, did. And the Lord is going to put all the curses that we're under on all our enemies and all that hate us, man. That's what salvation in the Bible is, King. You think these people getting the rapture and getting salvation? How can you get salvation when you oppress the whole nation and it just so turns out we're the children of the Most High? How are you going to get raptured up? You over here picking the date and the time when he's supposed to pick you up. Oh yeah, and by the way, do y'all got a pet doggy care for my dog? These is people who don't got no connection to the Most High, man. You gotta stop listening to them, man. They are confederate against us, man. They cut us off. So now we at the basic building blocks of knowing that we the Israelites. Yo, 5 years ago, I would have been over there where you at, smoking a blunt, ready to go in here, trickle a little something, try to slide her up to my room, to maybe later on get her to work on a blade. But this is the mercy of the Most High, man. He waking us up, man. And he ain't waking up the Creflo dollars, man. He taking the poor and the meek off the streets, out of the prison houses, man, and making us stand upright, man, and learn this word so we can come and wake you up so you can come on this side, draw a line in the sand, come on this side. Because we waiting on crowns from the Messiah. You know what to expect when the Messiah comes? If you make it, because 2/3 of our people gonna die. I ain't write this in the scriptures. 2/3 of us is gonna die for not keeping the commandments, and his commandments is not grievous, man. I'm telling you, this is the bottom line. This is why we out here, we don't talk to one another. We the only race of people. We the only race of people that you'll see all of us right here and we all separate. You'll talk to everybody else, a white man, an Asian man, but when you see a brother that look like you won't talk to him. Why? Because that's a curse we under, man. That's a curse we under, man. We look for vain help from our oppressors, man. That's what the scriptures say. That's not my words, man. Hey, but with that, I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Yahweh being the name of our Heavenly Father, the Ancient of Days, and Yahweh Shah being the name of his only begotten Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. There was no letter J there, and we got to stop listening to our enemies about the scriptures, man. Our enemies have been reputed as none. Give me that, man. 6 and 54, man. In the Apocrypha, man. Did you know that? Did you know that the Most High said we above all people upon the face of the earth and all these other nations? I'm going to read it for you out of the scriptures, King. Because you never heard this, man. It's compelling. This how you know you're an Israelite. You going through these curses that I'm reading. It says these curses are going to be a sign and a wonder upon the children of Israel forever, because we broke the covenant by blood that we had with the Most High, man. You doing the same thing? Listen, our oppressors brought us over here, put us in captivity, took away all our oral lessons, all our heritage, taught us their language. We learned how to kill from them. We wasn't killing. We learned how to be homosexual from them. Imagine you take a child that's a clean slate and you teach him the ways of your world. Every time they look at us in the mirror, we are the image of the thing that they really hate about themselves. Because they know they made us like this, man. Bring that out, King.
This is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 6 and verse 54.
Bring it out.
And after those, Salakia, and after these, thou madest Adam, whom thou hast set as Lord over all that thou hast made. Of him come we all.
Right, so we all, it's breaking it down, the genealogy of man. It says that we all, everybody on the face of the earth, we all come from Adam.
Read. And the people also whom thou hast chosen.
Right, so he just made a distinction. He said that everyone on the earth comes from Adam and the people that the Lord has chosen. And that would be the Israelites, okay? The so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Seminole Indians, and all the other tribes that scattered across the earth. Read, King.
Verse 55.
Stand on your square.
That's right, King.
All this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sakes.
He made the world for everybody's sake.
He made the world for our sake.
He made the world for the Israelites' sakes, man. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. That's it. That's all. Read, King.
As for the other people.
Right. As for the other people outside of the 12 tribes of Israel, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Seminole Indians, read.
Thou hast said, Salakia, as for the other people which also come from Adam, thou hast said that they are nothing.
What? They are what?
They are nothing.
Hold on, wait a minute. I hear you good. They are what?
They are nothing.
So you mean to tell me all these people who have lifted up their head and got above us, the Lord said that they are nothing? Is that what you said?
Come.
Keep reading on that. Is it more?
But be like unto spittle.
Oh man, hold on. He said they're like nothing, but be unto like spittle. You know what spittle is? Right now while I'm talking, I got little spit coming out right now while I'm talking, man, because I'm invigorated by the word. That's spittle. That's spittle. He said they are nothing but equivalent to spittle. Keep reading on that, King. He get colorful.
And has likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel.
Right, he has likened the abundance of all of these nations that took us in the shackles and chains, who ain't the Israelites. He says they're like a vessel. Now, if you got a water bottle like this, right, you open the top, you parch, you take a little sip, a little drip falls out, man. He said that's what they're equivalent to, that drip that fell out of this bucket. You don't care about that. Are you going? If you had a bottle of water and you took a sip and a little drip fell out, is you gonna be on the ground like, oh, I need that drip? It's nothing. It's reputed as nothing. He said these other nations are nothing. I'm gonna give you the juxtaposed point of view of that. Give me Deuteronomy 7 and 6, man. See, I like to stay in the law. This is the law of Moses. This is what Moses told our forefathers on this side of the Jordan when we came out of captivity in Egypt. Read, King.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
Right, we are holy people unto the Lord thy God. Holy means separate, set apart. Like, you know, you got that favorite pair of shoes. You're like, nah, I'm saving them joints for my trip. Or I'm going to wear these out tonight when we go to Drea's. Gucci Man going to be there. My favorite, I'm set apart, separate. Holy, that's what holy means. Read, King.
The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
No, equal to. I'm looking for equal rights. I'm looking for equality.
Above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
He said we are above all people that are on the face of the earth. Well, you got to ask yourself, well, why are we at the bottom? If the scriptures say that he made us better, we could jump higher, run faster, outthink, outwit, why are we at the bottom? Why are we at the bottom, brothers? Do y'all know why we at the bottom? Because we breaking his commandments, man.
That's right.
That's why we at the bottom. And time is running out. You so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Seminole Indians, you need to gather together, man. The Day of Atonement is coming up, and the Feast of Tabernacles is coming up. And y'all need to get y'all asses out of that church. Some of y'all been in the church 15 years, and you had to come on the corner and hear a kid tell you that you was an Israelite. Type of dude I am, man. I be going up to the church like telling the pastor, man, you owe me money, man. You lied to me all these years, man. You told me I was a Gentile in the Bible. Turns out I'm the chosen of the Most High, man. You lied to me. Where's my money at, man? I ain't even supposed to tithe to church, man. Why do we tithe in it anyway? Because the holy priests, the Levites, they didn't have a land. That was the Most High's possession, man. So we paid them in food, corn and grain. We never paid them cash, man. Some of y'all done paid these pastors a whole new life.
Facts. Facts.
Y'all done paid the pastor so much money, he ain't even got time to counsel you no more. He's booking flights on his new Learjet and picking out what country he gonna go stay at for a month, man. We gotta wake up and come out of the church, man. The church is evil. The church teaches us that evil is good and good is evil. It's time for us to come out.